Shooters that are in need of hearing protection and at the same time want to keep their situational awareness or want to keep speaking on a normal, comfortable level will require something called active hearing protection. The SORDIN Supreme Pro-X is a product that does all of that, and in this before you buy video we'll give you our thoughts on it. Hey guys, Viper here. Before we're going to talk about this product, we kindly ask you to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button to stay notified of our upcoming videos. Also make sure to visit ReconBrothers.com to learn more about these sort of products, how to use them, maintain them and much more. Above that, make sure to visit shop.ReconBrothers.com as well for quality shooting and tactical equipment. Also here you will find the products from SORDIN. That being said, let's first talk a little bit about the SORDIN company, because to some it might be more familiar as MSA SORDIN. SORDIN is a Swedish company that has been around since 1987. Their core is to develop and manufacture high-quality professional hearing protection which are used by soldiers, hunters, shooting instructors and recreational shooters. But almost everyone knows them as MSA SORDIN and not as SORDIN. Why is that? And much more importantly, why isn't that the case anymore? Well, for the last decade SORDIN was part of the MSA group, and during that 14-year period they were only focused on production. Now SORDIN was much more than just production before that time, and they wanted to get back to that more innovative part of their business as well. So only recently SORDIN has become a company of its own again, and thus it is no longer called MSA SORDIN, but just SORDIN. Now that you're aware of this, we here have the SORDIN Supreme Pro-X. This is even the LED version, but what's different about it compared to the non-LED version, we'll tell you later. Just so you know, this Ear Pro is currently SORDIN's most advanced hearing protection system, aside their military line. So that said, we have put this Ear Pro to the test, and in this video we'll cover our findings about it. And let's just do that by starting with what you can expect when you get yours. The SORDIN Supreme Pro-X comes in a very nice looking package. When you open it up, you'll find the headset itself, a 3.5mm mono jack plug to connect the headset to your phone or other audio devices. This way you'll have an input to, for example, play music. You'll also find a manual and two AAA batteries. So that's basically everything you need to get started with it right away. Now that you've seen what's in the box, let's go over the various options you can choose from. The SORDIN Supreme Pro-X is available in various colors and build options. As for the colors, it can either be purchased with green or black ear cups. There are also special color versions, but we'll come to that in a bit. As for its build, you have three options. You can get this hearing protection with either a leather headband, a textile headband or with a neckband. The version with the black leather headband is slim in design and comfortable to wear. It also allows to be worn underneath, for example, a helmet without any discomfort. The textile headband version, on the other hand, is a thicker version that can either come in a black or a camo color. Unlike the leather headband, this one is removable and also replaceable thanks to its Velcro closure. This headband features a padding underneath the bridge, which also sits comfortably. It will probably allow you to wear it longer without pressure points than the leather version, but it cannot be worn underneath other headwear. At last, you have the option to go for a black neckband version. The positive thing about the neckband is that, unlike from other companies, it doesn't interfere with your neck when looking up. It also sits pretty comfortably, but does provide more pressure around the ears than the headband versions, which might not be something you will like. Now, from what we've experienced with the neckband version, we can tell that in overall most people will probably prefer the headband version, just so you know. Furthermore, aside these Supreme Pro-X options, there's also a Supreme Pro-X LED version. This is, let's say, the most elite version of the Supreme Pro-X that also has a built-in white light in its left ear cup. This can always come in handy if you need to light up stuff in dark conditions. Above that, this version also standard comes with gel ear cups instead of the foam cups. The advantage of these is that they provide a cooling effect around your ears, and for you people that simultaneously wear eye protection, these provide a better seal than the foam ones. Normally you need to buy these gel cups separately, so it's pretty cool they've made that available in a single package. Above these extras, the Supreme Pro-X LED can come with green cups or two special colors that cannot be gotten otherwise, namely a multicam camo or an orange blaze pattern. So that is all regarding the build options for this product. Let's now have a look at its build quality. Let us begin with the standards of the Supreme Pro-X. The headset is built according to the highest possible standards outside the military ones. To give you an idea, this for example means the Ear Pro is waterproof to a certain level. The Supreme Pro-X features a slim cup design which is ideal for cheek placement when shooting, and the cups are made of a very rugged plastic. Standard, the inside of these cups feature foam ear cushions with an extremely good seal, which is due to their special shape. And as said earlier, the LED version features gel cups that provide an ideal seal for the use with eyewear. Both the foam and the gel cushions sit very comfortably as well. Above this, a big plus is that your ears have enough space to fully fit inside the cups. This is not always the case with other brands, and therefore we mention it. The battery compartment can be found on the back side of the right cup and requires two AAA batteries. How these are inserted and taken out can be a bit tricky because the batteries sit together above each other inside the compartment. Taking them out is the most difficult in our experience, but luckily, since the headset is really rugged built, you can smack it hard enough to get that bottom battery out again without any problems occurring. As for the battery cap of the compartment, its design provides a waterproof seal so that no moisture can reach the electric components. Next up are the menu buttons, and these are located on the left cup of the Ear Pro. There are three buttons, whereas the center one is the power button, and with the other two you higher or lower the volume. The good thing about them is that these are easy to distinguish even when wearing gloves. Going to the left ear cup, on its back side you can find a port for the 3.5mm mono jack cable. As said during the unboxing, the adapter is included in the box and it features both a straight and a 90-degree jack plug for user convenience. The bridge of the Ear Pro is made of a very sturdy but flexible plastic covered with either a neat leather wrap or a padded textile cover for extra comfort. The adjustability of the Ear Pro takes place in the bridge itself. Here you can pull out or push in certain increments of the bridge to create a custom fit. And once these are in place, they won't change their position in any way because it does require some force to move them. The neckband version is an entire different thing. With this one, the sturdiness mainly sits on the back of the system. It is also pretty comfortable thanks to a black padded textile wrap that can also be removed. The adjustment on this one takes place on the top of the head with a quite simple looking but comfortable Velcro adjustment system on its padded bridge. The extension of both a headband or neckband SORDIN goes pretty far, and thus it will fit a very large number of people. If we have a look at the metal connectors between the bridge and the cups, we can immediately tell that those are super solid and fixed in such a way that it's impossible for them to come loose, and breaking these will not be an easy thing. Next up is the wiring, and we can directly tell you that these are the same as they use on their military line, meaning a very sturdy wire cover that you can't cut or split easily. Also, the points where these cables meet the cups are very rugged built. Going further to the two external microphones that pick up the ambient sound, these are located on the front of both ear cups and are covered with a rubber frame for extra protection. It also ensures you don't lose those cushions. At last, as said earlier, the LED version comes with an integrated LED, and this one is located on the front left of the ear cup, right where the connector connects to the cup. The LED is really well covered by its metal casing and therefore very well protected. So now that we have fully looked into the build quality, let's dive into the features of this Ear Pro. Since this is a product that provides active hearing protection, it is also its most important feature. Unlike passive hearing protection that muffles all surrounding sounds, this one selectively blocks hazardous sounds while still allowing you to hear at a normal or even an enhanced level. This is all possible thanks to the two external microphones that take in the ambient sound. The system then decides to either block or pass it through the internal speakers and create a stereo sound that allows you to easily get a sense of direction to locate the sound its source. The sound produced inside these speakers can be adjusted in 6 different volume levels and is maxed out at 82 dB. In total, wearing the headset as it comes gives you an SNR of 26 decibels. For the neckband version, this is 25 dB. Furthermore, the Supreme Pro-X has recently been updated with new advanced natural hearing technology. We compared it with their mil-cc Slim military version, which uses another kind of technology, and we can say that it provides a more full environmental sound, which is more comfortable to hear. The Supreme Pro-X has an estimated battery runtime of 600 hours, which is almost double of other brands. It also features a volume memory setting, so you can always turn it on at your preferred setting. Above that, the system also warns you if about 40 hours of battery life is left. At last, for the LED version, the light that it emits is a bright white one that has a pretty wide spread and a decent reach in order to be able to read something or work on something at an arm's length. The LED also shuts down automatically after 3 minutes. So having talked about the features, let's give you a more clear idea of what this product does in practice. As an example, we have 2 simple demonstrations to show you what this hearing protection does in practice. For this, we will put the microphone of one of our phones between the ear cups and record the sound on the inside. We will then expose the ear pro to certain sounds so you can hear the difference. In our first demo, we'll show the difference between passive and active hearing protection, or in other words, when the system is on or off. Here we will be exposing it to a voice recording at a constant volume level and also to the shots of a gas blowback airsoft gun, because its shots are loud enough to show you the difference.
Viper, 1 o'clock, 50 meters, 2-foot mobiles. Viper, 1 o'clock, 50 meters, 2-foot mobiles.
As for our second demo, we'll give you an idea of the 6 different volume levels. Also here we'll expose the ear pro to that same voice recording at a constant volume, and then we will amp up the volume level of the SORDIN to show what it does to your situational awareness.
Viper, 1 o'clock, 50 meters, 2-foot mobiles. 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 Viper, 1 o'clock, 50 meters, 2-foot mobiles.
If we look at a product in its total, we can say that it is a very reliable and robust system that produces clear sounds and is convenient in use. The SORDIN Supreme Pro-X blocks hazardous sounds very well while allowing you to enhance your situational awareness, and thus in total allows you to be a more aware and safer shooter. Of course, these are features that other hearing protection provide as well, but what really sets this one apart from others are its profile and comfort, in our opinion. Its design is really slim and allows you to use long gun systems without any interference when aiming, for example. And as for its comfort level, it is really easy to adjust. Your ears have enough space to fully fit inside the cups, and the headband doesn't create any pressure points for hours straight. The SORDIN Supreme Pro-X also stays neatly in place the whole time and continuously provides an excellent seal. And the gel kit provides an even more comfortable feel, especially when wearing eye protection. And for the sake of your ears, we highly recommend the gel kit when wearing eye pro, since it makes a big difference in seal. Now, what this ear pro obviously doesn't provide is a direct way to communicate with others over radio, since it isn't built for that. If you're in need for this, you would normally require to get a SORDIN Supreme mil-cc Slim with a PTT, which might be too expensive to some. An alternative that we highly recommend is to simply combine the Supreme Pro-X with a separate radio system that you simply mount on top of your vest or jacket or on your non-dominant shoulder. This way you can easily receive messages and conveniently send out messages as well. And if stealth is a requirement, you can dim the volume of your radio more than enough, because the SORDIN still amps up the sound in such a way that you can hear everything clearly. We did notice that the EarPro tends to block the sound of the radio if the two devices are very near to each other. It's not that it doesn't allow you to hear the radio, but it gets reduced in volume, and that might be annoying to some, just so you know. Now, aside this, one small point of improvement that might be smart for SORDIN to add to this EarPro is a retention on the battery cap, so you cannot lose it by accident. We know this is present on SORDIN's military models, which is smart because then it is an entire system you don't need to worry about. It is something you can probably do yourself as well, but it's always nice to get it right from the box. Another thing we opt for, an improvement, is the battery compartment, because getting that last battery out can be a real pain, quite literally even. Sometimes you have to smack your hands until they hurt to get it out, and let's just say you're not looking out to do it again. Luckily, the Supreme Pro-X has a long battery life. Anyway, as for the rest, we personally love to use SORDIN headsets, and that is why we have made it our job to make them easily available through our webshop. If you are looking for the SORDIN Supreme Pro-X, its LED brother, or SORDIN accessories, you can find them through shop.ReconBrothers.com. Also, the military versions are available on our shop, and if you don't find the right one for your needs, just let us know and we'll arrange it for you. If this video was helpful for you, make sure to leave a like, let us know in the comments what you would use this EarPro for. Thank you for watching, and you'll see us next week.